Demolition work requires careful planning and skill.
Now to what may be the most incredible video you will see all day.
But when things don't go as expected, the outcome can be messy, risky, and sometimes even funny.
A parking garage collapse near Kirby and 59. The demolition does not go quite like it was supposed to, nearly falling on top of workers.
The difference between a smooth demolition and a total disaster is thin. Just one tiny error can change a well-managed project into a trash. Today, we're diving into some of the most astonishing moments when demolitions took a surprising turn. Resulting in unforgettable scenes you won't want to miss. 20. A boy, a brick, and a falling building. Sometimes the most unexpected events lead to demolition disasters. In 2017, a clip surfaced online of a boy throwing bricks at a pillar of a building. After a few hits, the entire structure suddenly collapsed. Miraculously, the boy managed to escape just in time, avoiding serious injury. The incident serves as a reminder that even small actions can lead to massive consequences, especially when it comes to unstable structures. 19. The silo that took out a library. In 2018, a silo demolition in Vingborg, Denmark, went spectacularly off course. Instead of collapsing in the intended direction, the 53-meter structure fell the opposite way, smashing into a nearby public library. Fortunately, no one was hurt. But the destruction of part of the library was a clear reminder that even the most well-planned demolitions can have unexpected consequences. The sight of the massive silo crashing into the building was both shocking and awe-inspiring. A failure that could have been much worse had people been nearby. 18. A dramatic parking garage collapse in Houston. Demolition jobs often look routine, but the unexpected can happen in the blink of an eye. In 2016, during the demolition of a multi-level parking garage in Houston, Texas, things took a dramatic turn. The structure collapsed faster than anticipated, trapping an excavator operator under the rubble. The heavy-duty machines used in demolition are built to withstand a lot, and this operator was lucky. A fellow worker in another excavator quickly came to his aid, helping him escape without injury. The footage of this incident shows just how powerful and dangerous these situations can be. 17. Australia's Leaning Tower of Demolition. In 2013, a demolition team in Australia found themselves in an embarrassing situation when their plan to bring down a massive 4,000-ton building didn't go as planned. Despite using 150 pounds of explosives, the building refused to collapse completely. Instead, it leaned precariously to one side, creating a scene that resembled the famous Leaning Tower of Pisa. The team had to call in cranes to finish the job, pushing the stubborn structure until it finally came down, 40 minutes later. It was a demolition fail that left the crew red-faced but unharmed. 16. A water tower almost goes wrong in India. In another close call, this time in India. A crane operator was tasked with taking down a water tower in 2018. Things seemed to be going smoothly until the tower began to fall in the wrong direction. The operator realized what was happening just in time and made a quick exit, narrowly avoiding a potentially deadly situation. The sight of the huge structure toppling in the wrong direction sent shockwaves through the demolition crew, but fortunately, no one was hurt. 15. The silo and the sledgehammer. Some demolition ideas are simply bad from the start. One such incident involved a group of workers who thought it would be a good idea to take down a silo using nothing but a sledgehammer. After a few blows, the structure started to give way. but the workers didn't have a solid escape plan. Luckily, they managed to get out of the way just in time as the silo came crashing down. While no one was hurt, it was a clear example of what can happen when proper planning is ignored. 14. A flying stone in Czech Republic. Maintaining a safe distance from a demolition site is crucial for anyone involved, as this next incident from Opava, Czech Republic shows. During the demolition of some buildings, debris flew in every direction, with stones narrowly missing nearby spectators. It was a chilling reminder of how dangerous demolitions can be when safety precautions are not strictly followed. This close call was a lucky escape for those watching the event unfold. 13. A tragic roof collapse in Russia. Not all demolition failures have a happy ending. In January 2020, workers in St. Petersburg, Russia, were dismantling the roof of a sports complex during snowy weather when a tragic mistake occurred. One of the workers, using a blowtorch, accidentally severed a critical metal cable. This led to the entire roof collapsing in an instant, trapping the worker beneath the rubble. His body was found later, a somber reminder of how unforgiving demolition work can be when safety measures are not strictly followed. 12. The crane operator who saved himself. Our first story involves a demolition that nearly ended in disaster, but showcased quick thinking and courage. The crane operator was working on bringing down a chimney when he noticed the structure starting to crack and tilt dangerously toward him. Instead of panicking, he quickly turned his crane cabin around, ensuring he had a safer exit path. In a dramatic turn of events, the massive structure crashed onto the crane, but thanks to his smart decision, the operator walked away unharmed. It's a perfect example of how experience and fast reflexes can make all the difference when things go wrong. 11. A building flips over in Turkey. In 2009, a demolition in Turkey went hilariously wrong when a building, instead of collapsing in on itself, rolled over onto its roof. The unexpected move caused it to hit a neighboring building. Thankfully, the surrounding area had been evacuated, and no one was hurt in the bizarre incident. 10. The bridge that couldn't hold on in Israel. Bridge demolitions are some of the most challenging and precise tasks in the industry. In Israel, a team tasked with bringing down an old bridge ran into trouble when the center section of the bridge unexpectedly gave way. The two heavy cranes being used couldn't support the weight, and the entire structure collapsed in a way that wasn't planned. Thanks to strict safety measures, no one was injured, but it was another example of how things can quickly spiral out of control during a demolition. 9. A power plant demolition that shook Pennsylvania. Big demolitions can create big consequences, as seen in Pennsylvania when two smokestacks at the Chesapeake power plant were brought down in an implosion. While the demolition itself was successful, the resulting air blast was so powerful that it shattered windows, knocked down trees, and caused a power surge in the area. Fortunately, no one was injured, but the sheer force of the blast was enough to leave residents shaken. 8. A surprisingly satisfying failure. Some demolition failures, while dangerous, can also be strangely satisfying to watch. In one such incident, a falling building landed perfectly on the wrong side, creating an oddly perfect scene. While it wasn't the outcome the demolition team was hoping for, the sight of the structure falling so precisely was an amusing spectacle for those who witnessed it. 7. A perfect bridge demolition. Not all demolitions go wrong, and sometimes things go exactly as planned. One such instance involved the precise demolition of a bridge using a jackhammer suspended from a crane. The operation was a perfect example of engineering done right, with the structure collapsing exactly where it was supposed to. It was a satisfying and impressive display of skill and coordination. 6. The stubborn building that refused to fall. In yet another bizarre incident, a building slated for demolition simply refused to come down. Despite multiple attempts and the use of explosives, the structure remained standing, much to the frustration of the demolition crew. Onlookers watched in amazement as the building defied gravity, proving that sometimes buildings can have a mind of their own. 5. A farmer's DIY silo demolition. Farmers are known for their resourcefulness, but one man took it to the next level when he decided to demolish a silo on his property using a sledgehammer. After several attempts, the silo still stood strong, much to the farmer's frustration. Eventually, he brought in his tractor to finish the job. While it wasn't the most efficient demolition, the farmer's determination paid off in the end. 4. A clever crane operator's escape. Sometimes quick thinking is all that stands between life and death on a demolition site. One crane operator demonstrated this when a piece of falling metal threatened to crush his cabin during a demolition. With incredible skill, he rolled the cabin out of the way just in time, escaping unharmed. It was a move that showcased both his experience and his ability to stay calm under pressure. 3. A scrub tower's unplanned collapse in Ohio. In Ohio, a demolition team was tasked with bringing down 4 towers at a power plant. 3 of the towers fell without incident, but the 4th took down a scrub tower in the process. While the result was unexpected, it made for an epic fail that left the crew scratching their heads. 2. A water chimney that wouldn't budge. Demolition teams sometimes face structures that refuse to go down easily. In one case, a water chimney proved to be much stronger than expected, leaving the workers embarrassed when it didn't collapse as planned. It was a stubborn building that reminded everyone that even the best laid plans can go awry. 1. A power plant chimney veers off course in Springfield. During a demolition in Springfield, a power plant chimney took an unexpected turn. Instead of falling where it was supposed to, the chimney veered off course, crashing onto wires and a building housing transformers. Spectators were far enough away to avoid injury, but the sight of the huge structure collapsing in the wrong direction was a sobering reminder of the risks involved in demolition work. What do you think of this video? Please let us know your thoughts in the comments section. To watch more interesting videos like this, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. See you next time!